And what an election result it was. Many pinned it as the big semi-final ahead of the finals next year. Counting of votes is finally over in the nail-biting semi-final in Madhya Pradesh. The result, which was declared this morning, has placed the Congress at 114. Now, there may be celebrations in the Congress camp, but they're still too short of that magic number of 116. BJP finishing with 109, Samajwadi Party with 1, BSP with 2 and Independents winning 4 seats. But even before the results were declared, the Congress immediately staked claim to form the next government. There was a lot of midnight drama at the Congress headquarters in Bhopal as the party held a press conference claiming that they have the requisite numbers to form the next government in the state. Congress sending off a letter to the governor seeking an urgent and early appointment. The MP Congress President Kamal Nath sent this letter stating that their party was the single largest party, claiming to have the support of the independents. However, Governor Anandiben Patel responded by saying that the appointment will be given only after the situation is cleared by the Election Commission. Now, BJP leaders from the state are also likely to meet with the governor today.
बहुत खुशी से आपको सूचित करना चाहता हूं कि कांग्रेस को स्पष्ट बहुमत मिल चुकी है। ये मध्य प्रदेश के विकास यात्रा का एक नया इतिहास शुरू होने वाला है और हमने राज्यपाल जी को पत्र लिखा है कि हमें आमंत्रित करें ताकि हम अपनी बहुमत उनको साबित कर पाएं। आप सबका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद।
Euphoric scenes there at the Congress camp and a big jolt for the BJP ahead of the big elections next year. Congress wrested power in Rajasthan, beating an incumbent BJP, and all eyes will be on Rahul Gandhi as he's all set to pick the chief ministerial face for the party. Take a look at this detailed report.
In the high-stakes battle for Rajasthan, the Sachin Pilot-Ashok Gehlot partnership has successfully unseated the Queen, Vasundhara Raje, from a throne.
Religious politics, this asking for votes in the name of mandir and masjid, asking for votes in the name of religion is something people have rejected outright. Therefore, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh have set the tone of how the anti-BJP wave is sweeping across India.
But in victory comes a headache for the Congress. The race for Chief Minister's post has begun. Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot first held separate press conferences in the day. And when they came together in the evening, there was no joyous expression of unity. All the party would say is that the MLAs will choose the CM in a meeting on Wednesday.
लगातार कांग्रेस ग्राफ ऊंचा बढ़ रहा है और मोदी जी ग्राफ नीचे आ रहा है। वो देख रहे हैं संकेत, चुनाव जीते हम लोग, वो एक संकेत है।
राजस्थान की जनता तो अशोक जी गहलोत को मुख्यमंत्री देखना चाहती है और मैं पहले भी कहता आया हूँ और आगे भी मैं यही चाहूँगा कि अशोक जी गहलोत राजस्थान की बागडोर संभाले।
The victory itself is a huge morale booster for the Congress. From a vote share of just 33.1% in 2013, it has made huge gains. But it did not come easy. Vasundhara Raje made her rival sweat for the victory. The difference in vote share is just 1%. The party itself put up a brave front.
मैं सब प्रदेशवासियों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहती हूँ कि हम उनकी आवाज बनकर विधानसभा के अंदर बैठेंगे, उनकी बातों को उठाने का काम करेंगे। जो भी सकारात्मक काम है जनहित के लिए, उनको भी उठाने का काम करेंगे।
The thriller in Rajasthan is not over yet. The slender lead over BJP means the Congress could rope in independents too. It also makes the CM race all the more interesting. 67-year-old Gehlot, with a last shot at the Chief Minister's post, is unlikely to step aside easily in Pilot's favour. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, the jubilant scenes were just not restricted to Rajasthan. Congress also swept Chhattisgarh, ending the 15-year-long BJP rule in the state. Outgoing Chief Minister Raman Singh, in fact, said that he is responsible for the loss. He took responsibility of that defeat and resigned after he failed to win a 4th term in the state.
5 years ago, the entire leadership of the Congress in Chhattisgarh was wiped out in a Maoist attack. On Tuesday, the same party made a huge comeback, emerging victorious after 15 long years. The wait was long, but the taste of victory was even sweeter. The margin of victory so big, even Congress leaders were probably caught by surprise.
छत्तीसगढ़ में 2/3 से भी अधिक बहुमत हमको मिला है कांग्रेस पार्टी को, तो ये जीत की खुशी है और ये खुशी केवल मेरे चेहरे नहीं बल्कि पूरे छत्तीसगढ़ के लाखों लाख जो कार्यकर्ता हैं और मतदाता है उनके चेहरे में दिखाई दे रहा है।
The verdict is a big loss of face for Raman Singh, popularly known as the Chawal Wali Baba, for selling rice at highly subsidized rates. Incidentally, the Congress's promise of better prices for paddy was a key factor for Raman Singh's downfall.
यह चुनाव मेरे नेतृत्व में लड़ा गया था, इसलिए इस हार की नैतिक जवाबदारी मैं स्वयं लेता हूं कि जब हम 3 बार चुनाव जीते थे, उस चुनाव जीतने की मुख्यमंत्री के नाते मुझे क्रेडिट मिला था, तो आज यदि हम चुनाव हारे हैं तो उसकी नैतिक जवाबदारी भी डॉक्टर रमन लेता है और इसके लिए मैं जवाबदार हूं।
The BJP had pinned its hopes on the alliance of Ajit Jogi and Mayawati to split the opposition's vote, but voters had other plans.
Satisfied that in a state which had for last 70 years a two-party system, I succeeded in creating a third front.
With the polls done and dusted, the focus shifts to Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri. Among the contenders are T.S. Singh Deo, the leader of opposition in the outgoing state assembly, and state Congress president Bhupesh Baghel.
Now the important question remains, will today's mandate have any bearing in the 2019 general elections? As one of the prominent BJP leaders, Brij Mohan Agarwal, admitted to me that this time around Rahul Gandhi was able to turn the wave in favor of Congress in Chhattisgarh. Will he be able to replicate the same in 2019 general elections? Well, that remains to be seen. With video journalist Madan Prasad in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, I'm Tanushri Pandey for India Today.
Clearly triumphant after the assembly poll results, the resurgent Congress President Rahul Gandhi immediately addressed the media yesterday evening itself, slamming the Prime Minister for failing the youth and farmers in the nation. Rahul Gandhi also sounded the poll bugle for next year's election, saying that BJP will lose the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Rahul Gandhi sounding very confident and sharpening his attack against the Prime Minister, saying that the BJP has not fulfilled any of the promises that he made, further reiterating that the country is being misled under his rule. A sharp attack there by the Congress President at the Prime Minister. The Congress President also asserted that the results in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh are a testimony of the fact that it's not going to be a smooth run for the BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls.
I think with a resurgent Congress party in these states and in other states where the BJP is ruling, and a combined opposition, it's going to become very difficult for the Prime Minister and for the BJP to win the election. I mean, that is pretty clear. There is a sense among the youth that that promise of the Prime Minister, रोजगार का जो वायदा किया था, वो टूट गया है, उसको पूरा नहीं किया है. That same feeling is there among the farmers. There is a sense of discontentment, inability to see the future, inability to understand how they are going to survive and thrive in the field of agriculture.
अब जनता के दिमाग में यह है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी खुद भ्रष्ट है, और यह सवाल मध्य प्रदेश में, राजस्थान में, छत्तीसगढ़ में जीत का भी कारण है. इसका ये जो पहले लोगों के दिमाग में सवाल नहीं था, अब क्लियरली वो सवाल उठ गया है. और ये रियलिटी है. रियलिटी है कि राफेल में भ्रष्टाचार हुआ है और उसकी सच्चाई निकलेगी.
बीजेपी की एक विचारधारा है, हम उस विचारधारा के खिलाफ लड़ेंगे
उनको हम हराएंगे। हमने आज हराया है और 2019 में भी हम हराएंगे, मगर हम किसी को भारत से मुक्त नहीं करना चाहते हैं। लोगों की थिंकिंग है, अप्रोच है, हम उससे अग्री नहीं करते हैं, हम उससे लड़ेंगे, बट हम किसी को देश से मिटाना नहीं चाहते हैं। ऑपोजिशन, आपने कल मीटिंग देखी होगी, बहुत स्ट्रांगली यूनाइटेड है, यूनिफॉर्मली यूनाइटेड है और एक साथ लड़ेगी, ये तो पक्का है।
And those are the big questions that today we ask on. A burning question, the results of the assembly polls. Is this a wake-up call for the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha elections? The Prime Minister and Amit Shah duo no longer invincible in polls. Has Hindutva politics failed? A charge that has been levelled against the BJP time and again of dividing people along communal lines. Have people cast their vote for development? Rahul Gandhi emerging extremely confident, gaining stature in the fight against the Prime Minister. And will the results be the much-needed boost to the Mahagathbandhan before the 2019 elections? We have with us Vineet Goenka, leader of the BJP, Pallavi Sharma, spokesperson for the Congress party, and Dr. Manisha Priyam, who had quite a hectic day yesterday, political analyst. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Vineet, coming to you, the Congress registering such a massive comeback in Hindi heartland. Now, they're saying that your party is pressurizing the election commission in Madhya Pradesh, where the elections went down to the wire. How do you respond?
Let me first congratulate them for these 3 victories. I would request to them to digest the victory. You know, there is something called as gracious acceptance of victory. Now, fortunately, the EVMs are not malfunctioning. That's the good part. Now, they are crying foul with the EC and the governor's role in Madhya Pradesh. They have got 114. What is my decision? Let them go, claim, and let the governor come out and invite them. This hurry shows their immaturity. And also, let me also remind them, this victory is very marginal. We have got 109 seats in Madhya Pradesh. There is only a difference of 5. And if you see, there are more than 27 seats where the victory margin is less than 1,000. That does not speak volume. Okay. Also, let me remind them, Telangana they have wiped out, Mizoram they have been wiped out. So yes, we will do introspection.
But Telangana the same applies to your party as well.
We had how many seats? We were with TDP that time. So here what has happened is, Telangana has a clear message to the Mahagathbandhan. TDP has been routed out, the alliance has been routed out there. And let me tell you one thing, Northeast is Congress Mukta right now. So we will come back, we are fighters. Bhajap has one simple old saying, हम भाजपा ही है, रोज सुबह उठते हैं, रोज लड़ाई करते हैं, फिर से आएंगे, फिर से जूम के आएंगे.
Pallavi, what do you have to say about Madhya Pradesh? Kamala sounding extremely confident that they have the numbers to stake claim to form the next government. They're going to be meeting with the governor. Madhya Pradesh was such a nail-biter. You know, the elections between both the parties being fought, it was such a seesaw battle between the Congress and the BJP. But what's the latest? Are you confident to be forming the next government in the state?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's only fair that since the people's mandate is clearly with us and we have more number of seats than the BJP does, so we should be called to form the government and we should be the government of the day for Madhya Pradesh. In fact, the Prime Minister has gone on Twitter and tweeted and said that with humility he accepts the mandate of the people, and the mandate of the people is in favor of the Congress. So I don't think the BJP should stake any claim in Madhya Pradesh now. Second, coming to what your one of your ministers just said that we are going to meet the governor in Madhya Pradesh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Allow me to finish. So I did not
interrupt. Everybody has a right to meet the governor.
So please allow me to finish. No, you shouldn't stake claim. No, when the Prime Minister himself says that we are with the mandate of the people and the mandate of the people is in favor of the Congress party, then why are you taking claim in forming the government?
116. See, mandate means 116. It is not 116.
Second important point, sir, you were saying there's something known as gracious victory, there's something known as a gracious defeat as well. And coming to the EVMs part that you were saying, Congress party never alleged that there had been tampering with EVMs. We followed due course of law, Avantika. You may also remember, and the media covered it. A delegation of the Congress party senior leaders met the Chief Election Commissioner and we said, see, this is what has come to the public domain. EVMs and vehicles carrying EVMs are found on the highways. Unnumbered vehicles, unregistered vehicles are carrying EVMs. EVMs are being found in hotel rooms. So we asked the EC to take action action against it. We did not say there was tampering or there was no tampering. That was for the EC to find out. That wasn't the Congress's job. In fact, it was for the government of the day to, monitor it and to ensure, sir, don't heckle, sir. I don't think this is a civilized way of debating. Okay, allow me to complete, please. I think they should have they should have ensured that the essence of democracy is intact.
All right.
And the EVMs weren't handled in a careless manner like they were. The third important point, Mr. Goenka just said that, Congress has had a very marginal victory. Now, there's something that I would like to remind him. When in Gujarat, the Congress party said that we've had a moral victory, the BJP came blazing all guns and said there's nothing as a moral victory. A victory is a victory. Even if you won with one seat, a win is a win. So I just want to remind them that a win is a win. Even though we've won with one seat or two seats, we've won the elections. We've taken your bastions away from you.
Absolutely. Dr. Manisha Priyam.
If I can ask, sir, what happened in Telangana? Why the Congress is crying foul on EVM? So if they win, then it's a victory of democracy. If they lose, then there is a problem with EVM.
You know what? I'll just come back to you. I'll just come back to you.
That's the question.
No,
Pallavi, 5 seconds, Avantika.
All right, go ahead. Make your point.
Just 5 seconds. We're not crying foul on EVMs. Please let me correct you. 20 lakh voters' names were missing from the voters list, and that is what we filed an application with the EC for. We're not crying foul on EVMs.
All right. Dr. Manisha Priyam, all through yesterday, I had been listening to you. What a day it has been for the Congress party. Do you call these assembly elections and its results a big validation for the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi? From your personal experience, who's been observing these elections and the campaign in the run-up to the elections, would you credit him for this victory? He's someone who's been constantly sneered at, mocked at by critics, especially the BJP. But would you say that finally he's arrived? And do you think that the Congress have their strategy cut out ahead of the Lok Sabha polls?
So two things in this election. The most important thing is that the narrative of the marginalized and most distressed has come to the fore, notwithstanding the fact that the poor farmers are not in television studios and not shouting out each other. It's their narrative that Rahul Gandhi decided to pick up. And in a democracy like ours, if leaders pick up the right issues, they are thrown to the forefront. Remember, Indira Gandhi, who had lost power, was brought back after she visited the Belchi massacre site where she stood together with the Dalits. So Rahul Gandhi stood along with the right issues, whether it be in Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, and a leader who was heckled even a year ago with various kinds of names that I do not want to repeat because it is not my language. Today he is appearing to be a leader with sobriety. In victory as in defeat, he stood out and he said that he would want to congratulate the erstwhile Chief Ministers of Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Raman Singh ji and Shivraj Singh ji Chauhan, and therefore in comparison to the BJP, he appears like a moderate man speaking with modesty today. So this is democracy, this is a turnaround of democracy. The most important lesson is that as a political leader, you need to be championing the issues of poor people. And Indian democracy stands amidst its poor people, stands alongside its poor people in rural areas. It is not a democracy of the rich, and Rahul Gandhi is seen to be positioning himself there, and therefore this important comeback for him. I do wish to congratulate him for the victory his party has made in most of these states in the Hindi heartland. An important and difficult job, well achieved.
All right, Vineet, how would you respond to that charge? Because if not the Prime Minister, there were very, conflicting signals coming in from your other leaders who were campaigning for this election, especially the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. There was a charge by several opposition parties that this was the BJP's attempt to polarize the election. Do you think that has backfired for the BJP? You have the Prime Minister speaking of development, of Vikas, promising that this is a party with a difference, but then you have the others, singing a completely different tune. What seems to have gone wrong? Will the BJP have to go back to the drawing board ahead of the 2019 elections and probably introspect?
So there are three parts to my answer. One, every victory or defeat, believe me, had we won with more number of seats than what we had, we would have yet gone back to the drawing room and discussed and thought about this. Chintan and Manar is DNA of BJP. We do Chintan and Manar every day. So that's the DNA, basically, A. B, there is an old saying in English, victory has 10 father and defeat is an orphan. So many times when you are defeated, you may have some advice, and we take this advice with pinch of salt and we take it very, very seriously. The feedbacks have been taken very seriously. But let me remind you, the gas connections to the poor houses, or the road, or the open defecation free society, or the corruption in Augusta Westland, bringing back of Michelle, the money laundering bill, all these been there. Yes, media would have picked up, or I would have spoken more about a particular subject, not about the B subject. That may be talked about, what should be the narrative. But let me remind you, today's defeat and yesterday's Congress's victory does not absolve Rahul Gandhi of the involvement in National Herald case or the Augusta Westland. So these are going to be talked in tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, maybe 12th and 13th of December, we may talk about this victory in CM. But from 14th of December, people are going to ask him how much money he has taken in Augusta Westland. People are going to ask him what is national.
That's what Dr. Manisha was saying. That is the BJP so detached from the real issues on the ground? The agrarian crisis, the farmers' distress. We've seen so many protests. Farmers coming out in such huge numbers.
I'm sure you will understand the pain of the women when they have to go out in open for defecation. Why India needed Narendra Modi after 70 years of independence, that 72% of the masses got toilets only after Narendra Modi came in. Why there was a need of NDA government to give 5.5 crore connection? Let me also remind you.
All right, let Dr. Manisha just respond to that. I'll just come to you. All right, I just have to take a very quick break here.
So maybe probably,
Dr. Manisha, I'll just come to you. We
this
just
is
really
populism versus firm leadership. So we are a firm leadership.
All right,
and
just kindly stay on with me. I really have to take this break right now. We'll come back with this and we're going to be talking. We will continue our discussion. Welcome back, and the burning question is on the results that were announced yesterday. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh going the Congress way. Well, Madhya Pradesh still is very close. The Congress is claiming that they have all the numbers to form the next government, but the BJP in fact are also claiming just about the same. We'll have to just wait and see as to what happens through the rest of the day. You have all the party big-wigs camping in Madhya Pradesh to try and get to the majority mark. But coming to you, Dr. Manisha Prem, just if you would like to respond to Vineet Goenka to the point that he was making on the issues as far as fighting an election is concerned. What do you really think that the BJP will have to do next in the run-up to the 2019 polls? Do you think that the Prime Minister and his party will have to chalk out a new narrative ahead of the crucial Lok Sabha polls?
Yes, absolutely critical. In fact, the narrative until now that was being spouted by the BJP spokesperson just prior to when we went into the break, Swachhata, for example, was something that they had done in Rajasthan. Why did it not work for them? Therefore, just building toilets, and there are issues even there. If the program was specially on that, I would have gone on to speak out the loopholes on that. But simply counting, we built so many houses and we built so many toilets is not enough narrative. When the person enough is coming and telling you that I want to commit suicide because I have run up a loan of 15 lakhs and I'm standing in a queue, and the person who's weighing my grains is doing dhandli, he is making money out of this, and I have a debt, then you cannot go and tell him that you have a debt, here I give you a toilet. Oh, you're going to die? You can't sell your soybean, you can't sell your maize, I have given you a double bedroom. So development is a basket of things, and those lessons should be drawn by the central government from their erstwhile chief ministers, Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Dr. Raman Singh, who governed very well in these two states. Development is a basket of things. The poor need to be understood in their demands with entirety. You cannot go back to a dying poor man and tell him, I have made you a toilet here. And even that claim today, lots of achievements of the central government on the Swachhata front. I'm telling you, lots of achievement, but falls far short of the targets that the Modi government set for itself and what the poor want of the central government.
I'll just come to you, Vineet. I'll come to you. Let Pallavi also make a point, and then I'll ask you to respond to both of the ladies.
You know, I absolutely agree with what Dr. Priyam was saying. Had it been a debate on the schemes launched by the government, then we could elaborate into that, how they've miserably failed. And you know, just the basic question that I'd like to ask today is, if those schemes had actually reached the benefactors and actually reached the people on the ground level, these results wouldn't have been there, you know. And most of the government schemes, if you see, were aimed at the rural population, and they failed.
You know, but to be fair,
population.
even during the campaign, the Congress party and all of the top leaders, even they primarily focused the campaign on the Rafale defense scam.
No, that's not correct. I object to that. That's not correct. We did mention the Rafale scam because I think it's a scam of such stature that a huge amount of exchequer's money has gone into it, and people have every right to know about a single pension has gone into a fraud committed by the government of the day. But we did speak about the issues at ground. In fact, I think the reason that the Congress party has won these elections is A, because of the blood, sweat and tears put in by everybody from the granular level to the state leaders, and especially by the party president, who stayed so focused and knit the Congress party as a family together. And B, because we led a very positive campaign. We spoke about issues on ground. We spoke about unemployment. We spoke about farmers. We spoke about women issues. We spoke about health services. Unlike the BJP that only focused on lowering the political discourse, you saw the Prime Minister himself. All he was busy was taking jibes at the Gandhi Nehru family, talking about Nana Nani, giving personal attacks.
And Vineet, why was that? I mean, this entire campaign was packed with some very bitter allegations and personal jibes. If you would like to respond to both the ladies and their charges at your party.
Of course. What Dr. Priyam said, you know, we only built toilet, we only created all this, and we were not paying attention to this. It is incorrect. Let me tell you, toilets were built because for 70 years they were not built. Okay, fine. If the voters have not taken...
No, let him finish. The Prime Minister's own village that he has adopted does not have open defecation.
Let him finish.
Sushma Swaraj's village that she has adopted is not open defecation.
You just accused him of not allowing you to complete his sentence. Let him finish.
But then he's putting the wrong facts.
Sure. No, let him finish. Vineet, go ahead.
You want to speak more?
No, please.
So, let me tell you, you know, because they were not done for 7 decades, because Congress looted people for 7 decades, we had to do that. And the Exchequer allowed us to do only that much. And our will and commitment to erode corruption by bringing in GST, by bringing in demonetization. Yes, we may be unpopular right now, but let me tell you, history will remember us. 1, 2, in the next 4 months, with Michelle Krishan coming here, with Vijay Malaya's case, with National Herald, I think we will expose the Gandhi family, what rot they have done in this country, how much they have taken away, and they have to answer to these people. Let me remind you, Rajasthan has a fabric of flip-flop. Every time there is a government change, so there is no victory there. B, yes, Chhattisgarh we have lost. Madhya Pradesh, we have 109, they have 114. That's not a clear victory. Telangana, they have been rotated out. You know, you will be good to know. In Mizoram, nobody is talking about Mizoram. They had 34 seats in Mizoram. Now they only have 5 seats. Would the Congress representative like to speak how they have been rooted out?
Yes,
and
let me remind you,
and let me tell you, Mizoram has a major anti-BJP swing. Yet we managed to get our first break there.
What about Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and
I told you Rajasthan. Please tell
heartlands.
me, since 1993, which government continued? And let me also remind to all the 3 ladies here, continuous 3 consecutive, terms in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Please tell me how many chief ministers in this country had 3 consecutive terms and 15 years. Please remind me. Please tell the viewers who got 15 years. And you know what? People, they would have voted 7-8 seats away from us, but they will not forget National Herald and Augusta Westland.
All right, Pallavi, yes, go ahead.
Now, I'll say Rafale, he's talking Augusta Westland and Christian Miguel.
Colgate.
See, when we'll have a debate on Augusta Westland, and I and
let's focus on these elections. Let's focus.
Augusta Westland is the BJP's creation. Let's not go into that debate for today.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, sir, one second, sir. We had blacklisted him. When you came to power, you undid the blacklisting of Augusta Westland. Don't lie to the people of this country. That is a separate debate. We'll have it some other day, sir. Let's focus on the election results. We know you're trying to skirt the issue.
Rahul Gandhi has to face.
Sir, we know you're trying to skirt the issue of elections.
National Herald, tell me,
we know you're trying to skirt the issue of elections. Mr. Goenka just said,
the family takes away money, they rooted and it was we who had to come in the power to give toilets to the poor ladies. Don't you feel ashamed of that the women of this country had to go in open defecation for 70 years?
The Prime Minister's own adopted gown is still in the Prime Minister's lap.
So
it has not grown only since then. It's still in the...
Why don't you both take a breather? Dr. Manisha Priyam, if the Congress emerges as the largest single party in Madhya Pradesh, then who's going to be the chief minister? That's another dilemma ahead of the Congress party and the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi. You have very strong contenders in both of the states, whether it's Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan. And you know, all four of them really working very hard to ensure a victory for the Congress party.
So I would say two steps there. Let's not clearly jump the gun. At this point of time, with 114, the Congress needs to go with letters of support.
Yes.
Two more required by them to the governor, Anandiben Patel, who's been a former chief minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Gujarat. So first, that step needs to be crossed with clear validation. And secondly, having crossed that step, I do think Kamal Nath is the front runner. He is the person who's been out there as the leader. Jyotiraditya Scindia campaigning for the party and strongly, but hasn't done that well in his own region. And I would say at this point, the statewide acceptance of Kamal Nath, his ability to be able to lead a coalition, even though only of two more things, will be far more demonstrable than Jyotiraditya Scindia. Also remember, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has an immense political and social capital for the next chief minister, therefore, of the Congress party. This seat is going to be not an easy seat to get into. Immense social and political capital, especially amongst women of the state, especially in the rural areas. So the Congress will go into this seat with many challenges, and the least of those challenges is that there are 2 seats less than the clear majority mark. And clearly, ruling is not going to be that easy, having won this with some ease at this point of time.
And do you think that this win that has been seen in 3 of the states, in Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, would bolster the efforts now for the opposition parties? Do you see the Mahagathbandhan getting stronger? Do you see that this would be the much needed fillip that they were looking for? It has already, invigorated the Congress party's chances ahead of the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. But what does this mean for the Mahagathbandhan, for all of the opposition parties coming together to take on the BJP?
So first important thing is that Rahul Gandhi is back in the business. The Mahagathbandhan will have to do business with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress leadership, which is very, very invigorated with these 3 victories, larger numbers there. But most importantly, in Rajasthan, as much as in Madhya Pradesh, it's been demonstrated that they will have to talk to the smaller players. In Rajasthan, somebody called Hanuman Beniwal, who nobody thought would be a very important Jat leader, has emerged as one. So he needs to be spoken to. Chotubhai Wasawa, a tribal leader from Gujarat, who's opened a tribal political outfit, even in Rajasthan. Although marginal players, these marginal players will have to be taken account, but most importantly, Bahan Mayawati has demonstrated her electoral presence in neighboring areas and her leadership of the Dalits. So she is back in the business. In Uttar Pradesh itself, the Samajwadi and Basma have demonstrated in erstwhile by-elections in Gorakhpur, Phulpur and Kairana that they have the ability to come together. And with the stitching up of these alliances, the BJP will have to demonstrate that it has the counter-narrative of being able to pick up marginal players and walk along as a coalition of parties rather than a party that only believes in a face and a chehra.
Right, and they haven't really been successful just as yet, Vineet. The Mahagathbandhan, the stitching up of all these alliances and all of these parties coming with very different ideologies. Some of them, arch rivals, but still coming together to fight the BJP, to try and ensure the BJP's loss and stop the BJP's juggernaut ahead of the next year elections.
It's an unholy alliance of people with different ideology. One thing which is common is the greed which is bringing them. And yesterday, if you see the screenshots, Ashok Gehlot having a different press conference, Sachin Pilot having different screenshot. When they came together...
Why would you call this greed? It seems that all of the opposition parties are coming together, putting their past behind and the bitter differences only to ensure the BJP's loss.
Then give me 20 seconds. Let me demolish, Madam. 20 seconds. Sharad Pawar left Congress accusing Sonia Gandhi being a foreigner. Mamata Banerjee left Congress accusing them. Now, if they are coming back, what do I understand?
Then, sir, you should self-introspect.
The people who leave us at the last 1.5 years.
Damage you are doing to this country.
Please tell me,
even parties with
please
different
tell me why did Sharad Pawar leave?
Because he was together because he was hurt by us.
Please tell people why Mamata Banerjee left. Please educate us. What was the reason? What was the reason?
You're not able to hold your own
PDP was against you.
Forget about that. Did Sharad Pawar tell Sonia Gandhi a foreigner or not? Tell me please. Did Mamata Banerjee? These people will come there. What are they going to bring? Now Sonia Gandhi has become more Indian than anybody else for Sharad Pawar. Now Congress has become. And how will Mamata Banerjee go with communists, madam?
Dictatorial and tyrannical policies.
See, the greed is greed.
Congress is extending.
All right, Pallavi, let him just complete. We just have a couple of minutes. I'll give you a chance to speak.
Blamed in Augusta. Do you think it will not haunt you? National Herald will not haunt you, madam?
What is this debate?
No, this is debate because people should know that. You have looted this country. And we had to come in power to give votes. Even if they are not getting votes, we at least the country is benefited, madam. See, if I have done demonetization and if it's hurt you, but I have bought more taxpayers on the tax-paying list.
All right.
Isn't that a service to the country? I would rather say I don't want victory if I'm serving the country.
Vineet. All right, Vineet, just Pallavi, let me get you in here.
If I meet him, I would ask him, how come Sonia Gandhi becomes more Indian now?
Let her respond. Let Pallavi respond. You see, the same charge can be at your party as well. Even your allies have left you.
2 points.
But why? Sharad Pawar.
Sir, you have to allow others to speak. Sir, this is not decent. Sir, this is not decent.
Why did my allies leave me?
Sir, this is not decent. Please allow others to speak. Don't eat into my time.
After 4.5 years of enjoying it, so people will ask Chandrababu Naidu.
Sir, please have a civilized debate. Nobody, you will not be audible like this. You will not be able to make. You can tell me later, sir. Allow me to make my point.
All right.
First point.
All right, Vineet. Let Pallavi respond, please.
First point, you see, this is the problem with BJP. They'll keep saying Congress, 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 but they'll not introspect. That is what they did in all their election campaigns. Had they introspected on the work that they've done, on what they've done for the people of this country, I'm sure they would be in a better position today. But what they keep doing is they keep accusing, blaming, and all their efforts they'll concentrate on what the Congress party is doing and what it has done in the past. He's repeatedly
let him complete, please.
Unmarried Muslims were vaccine was done to them. People have been reminded about all these things.
Sir, please, I know you were a little nervous today, sir. Don't act jittery. Allow me to make my point. Second, I know you don't have counters for my points, but still be patient, sir, please.
Madam,
second point,
I have asked you a question.
Talks about
now
alliance.
Sonia Gandhi
look how the BJP is cornered today because of its tyrannical and dictatorial policies and its failure to hold its alliance partners together. Shiv Sena is accusing them. In fact, in the local body polls, Shiv Sena fought solo. Upendra Khushwa wrote a resignation
quit as well.
And such a strong resignation letter saying that the Prime Minister does not know how to work with the cabinet and its ministers. He wants to run his own tyrannical government.
He came to know this in December 2018. 4.5 years he was not aware of this.
No, but Vineet, it's about perception as well, right? You have your allies.
People do not understand the greed that after 4.5 years you come out and say, and what has happened to TDP? They have been wiped out.
TDP left you.
If you understand
TDP left you, now
I
you
don't know
can
whether
accuse
you've ever
them.
visited Telangana.
TDP has left you, sir. You're
don't go together traditionally.
So your tyrannical policies and your tyrannical leaders have left you cornered.
All right.
That's the truth of the day.
Dr. Manisha Priyam.
But Rahul Gandhi
if I just give you the chance here and request you to just deep dive, your takeaways from this election and what it really holds for the two big parties, the BJP and the Congress and the others as well.
So in victory as in defeat, the most important lessons coming out of TRS victory in Telangana, in Chhattisgarh and in Madhya Pradesh, the victory and defeat of Raman Singh and Shivraj Singh and now of the Congress party, it is development that the poorest people of India want. Remember, Telangana is the poorest region south of the Vindhyas, very much like the Bimaru states. Even as Raman Singh and Shivraj Singh demit office, the agenda of developmentalism is what people want. Don't go looking around for caste, jati, personal allegations, this God, that God. Please allow human beings to live a life of dignity and development. That's what the poorest have confirmed to us once again. Taking the television debates back to low levels is not going to work at all with the poor people of India. That's quite clear. So let the BJP stick to Vikaswad, which is what its original agenda has been.
That's the last word of advice there, Vineet, for you and the party. But on that note, I'm going to thank each one of you. Thank you so much once again for joining us on The Burning Question.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.